Whoop, whoop, whoop. I wasn't watching the counter. We're live. Hey, everybody, this is Mike from, yeah, most of you know already, Mike's Magic Auto Detailing and Paint Enhancement here in sunny, semi-sunny Sharpsburg, Georgia. But I'm not complaining about the weather. It's okay. It's okay. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. The rain around here. I'm wondering, when did I move to, what state is it where it always rains? Washington or to the city of London. They get a lot of rain there. But this will probably be my last video. Well, I'll probably do a short one to show the after when I get finished with what I'm going to do today. But what I'm going to touch on once again, had to drive Sally a few days back and forth to the doctors and the grocery stores and all that sort of stuff, and let Miss Melanie drive it while I was working on her vehicle. And she works at an industrial area, so, and it's not really paved parking lot, so a lot of crap gets stirred up there and you get what we call industrial fallout on your paint. Oh boy, which is not good, not good, not good, not good. So I'm going to try to get all that off as best I can. Walk around here, get my little handy dandy pointer, because left on the paint all that stuff, and it rained on it a couple times. And I'm telling you what, folks, this car hadn't been touched since I made that last video. When was that? A week or so back. And I am telling you people, this titanium coating topped with the titanium sealant, oh man. I mean, there is not much stuff. I mean, the car, to most people, would say, hey, that car's clean. You don't need to clean it up. That titanium coating, folks, when something gets on it and it gets a little bit wet, it just pushes it right off. Nothing really sticks. The tires and wheels still look good. The glass is okay. Although I need to redo the titanium coating on my glass where I applied it improperly the first go around. But I'm going to polish that first. But what I'm going to show you guys today is I just rub my finger across here. You can see all that dust and stuff that's on the paint. You can see where I rubbed my finger, which I would not suggest y'all do that, because that probably scratched the paint. I can see a scratch right there where I rubbed my finger across it, which is no big deal to me. It takes me 30 seconds to get rid of that. But some of you may not have that. And I was going to show you the glass where I had to use the windshield. You know, you get those little push lines, I call them. I don't know what the official name is. You know, where you get crap on them. And the pollen has started up a little bit. So it's covered in that stuff, which you may have seen my lecture before about pollen. Pollen can be extremely abrasive. If you've ever seen a microscopic blow up of a piece of pollen, it looks like a little burr. You know, those things that fall out of the trees. I forget what you call them, you know, little round things with the burrs on them. That's what a piece of pollen looks like. And also, pollen, when it gets wet, can turn acidic. Especially, I'm told, that stuff coming off the pine trees. And as I've told y'all before, you know, surface contaminants, which is basically what I have now on my car, is surface contaminants, surface film, a little bit of road film perhaps. And you don't want to leave that stuff on there any longer than you have to, because once it gets bonded, it becomes more difficult to remove. And so I'm gonna clean the glass back up today, and in the interim I'll probably put a little bit of the titanium sealant on there to protect it, because I'm going for my eye surgery Tuesday, and it will be probably another week or so before I can actually, maybe even longer before I can do anything else to my car. And it's supposed to rain later on this week. So, I'm trying to get a step ahead of the game right now. It's all about the maintenance, folks. And I'm telling you, these coatings make this maintenance much, much, much easier. And I'm going to show you guys, when I get over this surgery and I have time, I'm going to try polishing these scratches. Those are scratches out of my glass. I've got some in the windshield from the windshield wipers from years past. They were on there when I got the car. I didn't put them on here. There's some there. But I think I will be able to reduce these. But I don't think I'm going to be able to get them all the way out. And you have to be particularly careful with glass when polishing it. I mean, I'm standing here. I can see all kind of scratching. I don't know if y'all can see that in my glass. Most all that will polish out. But you have to be careful polishing windshields particularly because it's not a solid piece of glass. There are usually 3 different layers. There's a top layer, then the middle, and then there's something on the bottom of it, and you don't want to polish through to the next layer, and you are generating a tremendous amount of heat polishing glass. So you have to be careful. Kind of sort of have to know what you're doing. But I'm going to clean it up today, and ideally, yes, I would need to take this outside, get the pressure washer and all that other stuff out, because using my rinseless wash, I will be able to remove this surface dust and loose particles that are on the vehicle. But that road film, which when the rainwater and what have you gets mixed up and splashes up on your paint, the rain becomes a detrimental thing. And also it picks up contaminants as it falls down through the atmosphere. The rinseless wash will not remove that stuff. But I don't have much choice right now, so I'll have to get it off later, which I have the sacrificial layer on top of the titanium coating. So I may have to polish that layer off to get rid of that stuff, which is okay, because it's very easy to apply, and I will just refresh it at a later time. And some of the water spotting from the previous rain, which with these coatings and stuff on here, I don't even see any water spots. None that I see. So that titanium coating just pushed that water right off before it got spotted. And usually where they show up is on your horizontal surfaces, because it runs down the vertical surfaces pretty good by itself. I'm looking. I don't see any water spots whatsoever. None. And that's a good thing. That means I don't have to worry about removing them. But I'm going to get busy on this, and I'm just going to do a rinseless wash. And I'm going to use a slightly different method today. And I've showed y'all several different methods. Thank you, Jason. I thought about getting me a laser pointer, Jason, and I may do that at some point, but this one's just too much fun. Yeah, buddy. You can't do that kind of stuff with a laser pointer. But I think this one's more fun. What do you think, Jason? What do you think? What do you think? What do you have? What do you have? What do you have? What do you have? Mr. Texas man. And Jason, this picture that's popping up looks nothing like the recent photos I have seen of you on Facebook. You're all clean shaven there, kind of like you were at Wild Bill's. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Unless you've shaved it off lately, you had a heck of a beard going on there. But I'm going to use a slight, oh, that's your dad? Oh, okay. The picture's so little bitty on my phone, Jason, it's hard for me to tell Wow. In that little bitty picture, he looks a lot. I thought it was you. Holy cow, holy cow, holy cow. But I'm going to do just a rinseless wash. Go back and watch the first part of the video. And I'm going to get off of here now and get set up. And I'm going to use a slightly different method this time for the rinseless wash, because there's so much dust and loose particles, road particles, stuff like that on the paint. Plus the pollen has started. That's good. I like the base. I like the beard, Jason. So I'm going to use a slightly different method this time, because all the rinseless washes, whichever one you choose, they have the surfactants in there, which is what encapsulates the dirt and lifts it away from the paint so that you can remove it from the car. And they also have a lubricant in there which provides lubrosity, but when it gets really dirty, and this one's probably not really dirty enough to worry about, but I just want to do it for demonstration purposes, I'm going to have a step before I put the rinseless wash on there to give it a little extra lubrosity, as we call it, or as other everyday people say, lubrication. Because sometimes that could be and is a concern when doing rinseless washes. You know, it's pretty safe, I don't think, regardless of what a lot of people say, it's as safe as getting out the hose and all that. I mean, I would be better off, if nothing else, if I just hose this thing off first. I don't want to do that. I don't want to get all that stuff out. And then using these 2-bucket, 4-bucket, 10-bucket method, whatever method you want to use. I don't use buckets when I'm doing a contact wash. That would be the ideal situation. But hey, like I said, I'm just too lazy today, and I know that I can get it looking really good again without going through all that mess. And sometimes when the weather is inclement, or if you live in an apartment, or some areas, I think some parts of Texas, they won't allow you to wash cars in your driveway and that kind of stuff because of the shortage of water. And I know particularly a lot of places in California are the same way, and on occasion here in Georgia we will have water restrictions where you're not allowed to do that. And so this is an alternative method. But I will say this, and I rarely recommend this, if you're going to do a rinseless wash. And I'm going to use the O&R Wash and Shine, which has a teeny tiny little bit of wax in it. But I'm not too worried about that, because I'm going to go back after I'm done and put some titanium sealant over what's already on there. And anyway, I'm going to get off of here now and get set up, and I'll come back shortly and try to demonstrate this new, not new to me, maybe new to some of y'all, step that you can inject into your rinseless wash method and make it even safer than it already is. All right, see you in a little while, Jason, or next go around or whatever. And I can't tell who that other person is up there. These pictures are so little bitty. It's a lady. I think I can see that. Is that Cherish? I don't know. I can't tell who it is. All right, folks. I'll be back shortly. Hey, you know, hit the like button. It helps me out and gets me a little bit more exposure so that I can help other people out with my videos if they so choose. Maybe entertain them slightly. I don't know. And if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe and share and all that stuff, folks. You know, just hammer those buttons. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs down. Okay, guys. Bye-bye.